fire, will be judged by this fire, by the word of the Most High. Said the Most High. And like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces, so his word is like fire. So that's how you're going to be judged. You're rewarded according to the blessings of the Most High, that he will allow you to, the name to be written in the book of life, or cast into the lake of fire. Those are choices you have, life or death. Colossians 4 and 2. The book of Colossians. The 4th chapter, the 2nd verse. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Thanking the Most High. We've got to continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Withal praying also for us, that the Most High will open unto us a door of utterance, to be able to speak the mystery of Mashiach, for which I am also in bonds, that I may make it manifest as I ought to speak. So he could speak as he ought to speak in the mystery, something that's not known of Mashiach Yahushua. Say, walk in wisdom. Wisdom is proper application of knowledge toward them that are without, redeeming the time. See, we got to walk in wisdom with those that are without. But see, a lot of people are without this. A lot of people are without, and they trust in their own understanding. But you have the Bible say, show what you're talking about, then all of a sudden everything changes. Then it's like, okay, well, you trying to just put me on Front Street because you know, but to know, you taking that time to learn. What you know, you're not, you know, angel dust gonna come down or no. I mean, this might be the wrong word since that is a drug, but I'm just saying, you know, dust from the angels gonna come into your mind to give you this. It don't work that way, people. That's why the Most High said, go to 2 Timothy 2:15. He done gave us the orders. Whether you want to follow them or not, that's on you. You want to find some other way. 2 Timothy 2:15, he says, study to show thyself, yourself approved unto the Most High. A workman, I mean, you got to work. Workman, you working at this. That needeth not to be ashamed. You ain't going to be made ashamed. Because you're going to know this word. Rightly dividing, you hear that? Dividing. You can't read just like no novel. That's the precept upon precept. Precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. The puzzle that the Bible is. Rightly dividing the word of truth. See? That's why it's very important that we know about our story, which is this Bible. This is our story right here. Look at Psalms 119, 104. Remember, I mean, it's right in the spirit of what he said. It said, trust in the Most High with all thy heart, with all your mind, and lean not on thine own what? Understanding. This is what it says. Psalms 119, 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. So through the precepts he gets understanding. And that's like you go to one scripture, then you go to another scripture, and you see that coincides right with what we went over in Proverbs 3 and 5. trust in the Most High with all thine heart. We know that the heart is the mind. And lean not unto thine own understanding. So you leaning on your own understanding. That's so you know. Here you are. Ecclesiasticus 3:24. And it's sad when you don't see it yourself and others see it. Ecclesiasticus 3:24. For many are deceived, lied to by their own vain opinion. You're lying to yourself. And an evil suspicion, that's the way you think, your heart. An evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. See, Satan, the devil, comes in and overthrow your judgment. You allow evil to come in. And something that's told to you good, or that's been revealed to you good, as it says, you call it evil. And you're going to have to pay. We all have to pay. That's why it's very important, like he said, study to show yourself approved to the Most High, rightly dividing the word of truth. You get understanding through the precepts. That's what he just said. So are you trusting the Most High with all your heart? By making sure that you on point. And you go to scriptures to back up what you're saying. You know. And not just one verse. That's what they do. That's what we teach you in the church. You got to have many verses to back up what it is that you're dealing with as far as the subject matter. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You might little for whatever it is you're talking about, but you already have precepts before that. Just like we go to Jeremiah 14:2, we have to go to Jeremiah 14:2. Through the mortar and the gates thereof language, they are black unto the ground. We never read. And the cry of Israel, the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. We don't read that last part. You see? Rarely will you hear that even read. Because the subject matter is, what color are the Jews? So we go there to show you through that precept, they are black unto the ground. That's where we are. And for all you that say, yeah, the cry of Jews is going up because it was a famine, yeah, when we get hungry and starving, we turn darker. Get sick or something wrong with us, we get darker. The Jewish people, when they were starving them in Germany, they didn't get darker, they got lighter. Check it out. Because they say it was a famine. Yeah, it's a famine. You start starving us, we get darker. Oh yeah. That's a true fact. First Timothy 4:16. You know, we were there. That's where they go. They claim they can hear everything. Acts 10 and First Timothy 4 chapters. So let's go to First Timothy 4 and verse 16. First Timothy 4:16. Take heed. You hear it all night. Take heed meaning you watch it. Watch out. Take heed unto thyself. Pay attention. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself. This is what it says. That's why it says, take heed unto thyself. First and foremost, we got to take heed to ourselves. And unto the doctrine. And to the doctrine. That's why I showed you in 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. We got to speak the same thing. Have the same mind, the same judgment. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. See that? So, it has to be just as we are hearing here. In doing so, You shall save yourself and them that hear you. Those that hear you. But if you have closed ears, you clearly can't hear this spiritually, then you can't be saved. But those that really hear and taking heed, as it's saying, and been saying to us all night, you'll see that you'll save yourself and them that hear you. It has to be a right doctrine, though. Second Timothy 4 and 5. That's why we as teachers, we have to be on point. Second Timothy 4 and 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. See what he said? You gotta watch, be looking out in all things. He said endure afflictions. You gotta endure. When you're afflicted, you gotta endure it. You know, gotta go through it. Still continue to work. Through pain and all. Affliction, whatever you're going through, still be doing it. Do the work of an evangelist. Make full proof of thy ministry. See that? That's why you got to go around. Like we have the opportunity now for this to go around. You know, I look at people in Netherlands, Switzerland, and all over. You know, the Congo, listening to these lessons. I'm like, wow. Because they show you different areas where it's, you know, going out to people that are tuning in. France, all over the world. We have that advantage now, where they had to travel. And some of us do travel to reach the people face to face. It says, do the work of an evangelist. Make full proof of thy ministry. Look at verse 2. 2 Timothy 4:2 said, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Doctrine again. Giving us instructions. For the time will come. The time will come, and we in this time right now, when they will not endure sound doctrine. See? And we in this time now, with all these different religions that's going on right now, people don't want to follow no law. Say, we know the law, but we know mercy and grace, and we Gentiles, we've been grafted in, and we speak in tongues, we got the Holy Ghost. All of that. They know how to say that. Just like I memorize it, they memorize it. Hand them the Bible, say, show me what you're talking about. Show me everything that you said, prove it in the Bible. They can't. But they can regurgitate it, because that's what comes from religious instruction to the Negroes of the United States of America in 1620. That they programmed us with. Turn to your neighbor and say this. Every time I hear it, it just affects my spirit, because that's where it's coming from. Read it for yourself. I read it at least 100 pages of it. It's about 350 pages. And that's what they did. They programmed us to turn to your neighbor and say this. Regurgitate what I'm saying. And you regurgitate, you know, because your thoughts and your speech, then there's an action behind what you speak. You keep hearing it, you believe it. So 2 Timothy 4 and 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. Yeah? We know. It's already written how you're going to be. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth. Hear that? They're going to turn away their ears from the truth, which is, we done read in Psalms 119, 142, that righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So they're going to turn away from hearing the law of the Most High, saying we ain't under the law, but we know mercy and grace. Is that not true? That's a fact. And teach that. And shall be turned unto fables. That's how you look at these religions, as fables. Because if you telling the people that they don't have to follow the rules and regulations of the Most High, you dealing with fables. Straight up. And that's how people do. They don't want to hear the law, what's right. You tell them what's right. Oh, here you go with that Bible again. Here you go with the truth. So you evil. You don't want to do what's right, you evil. And don't look to be for somebody to treat you like you are righteous when you evil. You saying it's good, it's evil, but you call it good. So I say, whoa, you're gonna destroy you. I gotta go there again. Just so you know. Isaiah 5:20. See, some of you think you just gonna be sinning before the Most High. That's why he say we're gonna be beat with many, many stripes, more so than those that don't know. You can't fake this. I mean, you want to do it like you want to do it how you want to do it, and see how you end up suffering. But in fact, both said this, woe. Isaiah 5:20. Woe means destruction. Ain't no stuff, he's gonna destroy you. Woe unto them that call evil good. You doing something that you know that's wrong, it's a sin, but yet you want people to think it's good. And good, evil. What's good? We just read the laws of the Most High. The Most High is good, and he gave us his laws. Those are his laws that are good to follow. But here we are. We want to say that what we're doing that's evil is good. And Most High say he's going to destroy you. But yet still, you're going to stop the destruction of the Most High in doing what you're doing, in being wicked. This ain't no 3-hour week thing. All of a sudden now you got to hear the word, now you got to be a certain way. No, you got to be this way all the time. That's why I say it's going to destroy you. Then you're going to wonder why is it coming upon you, because you know what's right and you're doing what's wrong, what's evil. Woe unto them that call evil good. Anything that's contrary to the laws of the Most High, you call it good. And good, which is the laws of the Most High, evil. That put darkness for light. They put ignorance for light, which is the laws of the Most High. And the Mashiach Yahushua said, I'm the light, shining bright. Have you illuminated by you following my example of keeping the laws of the Most High, which I did and did not sin. So he let you know. That put darkness for light. You put darkness for light. You're Israelite, but yet still you're doing what's contrary to the word of the Most High. You ain't in no light, you in darkness. That's why he said, woe. Oh, this is woe to them that put darkness to light and light for darkness. In the laws of the Most High, you say, oh, that's darkness, that's evil, that's ignorant. Isn't that what they say? Is that what you do? The law says do this, and you do opposite, and then you say, oh, that's I ain't got to do that. So you calling the light darkness, and you in darkness. That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. So he's letting you know, you can't get on clearer than that. Sweet for bitter and bitter for sweet. It's bitter when you say it's sweet. It's sweet but you say it's bitter. Going contrary to what's right. That's all he's telling you. You know it's sweet. Honey ain't never been bitter. But you say it's bitter. Because you're in darkness. You don't want to do what's right, but you think the Most High is going to bless you. When he said, whoa. You're responsible. Everybody's responsible. That's why I say reward them for what they have done. We are responsible people. Very, very important that we do what we're supposed to do to the best of our ability. Look at Matthew 6:1. Let's go with a lot of our people today. Say, take heed that ye do not your own before men. See, so you're not supposed to be, you know, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, I gave this, I gave that, I gave that. No. Say, take heed that you do not your own before men, so to be seen of them, to be seen. You want to be somebody. That's what he's saying. Don't be showing people that you're doing it, you done it, telling people that you did this or that, to be seen of men, to be uplifted and exalted by men. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. See? He said, otherwise, you're not going to have any reward from the Most High which is in heaven. So who are you looking for your reward from? The devil who you serve? Because that's not right. Moshe said, every man that exalted himself shall be abased, but he that humbled himself shall be exalted. Now a lot of you got to look up that word humble and look at it, how it applies to the Bible, the word of the Most High. Because if Moshe was humble, but yet still, he called the Pharisees vipers. He turned over the money chambers, them selling in the church on the Passover, kicked them out, matter of fact, made a whip and whipped them out the church. And they ain't leave with their money. He turned their money over, the table of money over, and whipped them out the church. He said, hey, you austere, stern. And pickers get it, paraphrase, get it what thou planted not. Reap it what they planted, he planted not. They knew about him. It was very hard. What you think he come back to judge and make war? He gonna be coming back all humble and peaceful? No. Like I said, there's a time and place for everything. We warriors. Mosiah said, look, Ezekiel 34:10, that's what people got to get this Christian type of mindset out of their head, man. We've been thoroughly edified in this word of what it's saying. Look, Ezekiel 37:10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them. And they stood, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. The army is made for what? For war. Exceeding great army. So don't get it twisted. There's a balance in everything. Moses got up, he got down. He got in, he got out. He got light, he got darkness. You see, everything. On, off. Everything's balanced. So you got to be part of that balance and know a time and place for everything. As he said. Go back to Matthew 6:1. Take heed that you do not your alms before men to be seen of them. You know, and that means, you know, you're trying to get yourself a reputation, to be somebody because of whatever you're doing. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So you got your reward. That's what he say. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do, in the synagogue and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. See? See, don't be sounding no trumpet when you're doing something good. To be seen of men, for somebody to see you doing what you're doing. That they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy right hand know what don't let thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. That thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. So he's supposed to be doing it for the sake of you doing it, and let the Most High reward you openly. Meaning everybody will see that the Most High is blessing you, rather than, you know, you doing it, you want some glory of men. That's temporary. Here we go. Jeremiah 17:5. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus said the Most High. This is the Most High saying this. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. You want to be seen by man. See? Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Most High. Because he already told you how to do it. Mashiach will tell you how to do it. And the Most High can bless you, and if you see your blessing, be seen amongst all people. Everybody gonna see your blessing. Rather than trusting in man, want to be glorified by man. Oh, he's doing this, he's this and that, whatever, exalting you. And you're allowing it to happen, and that's all you're going to get. You're going to reward from the Most High that everybody can see. Where's that at? You don't see it. We have direct orders. Proverbs 28 and 26. Now, before we go there, I want to go to going to the Apocrypha, because, you know, man trying to be somebody see him. Well, look at me. Look at me. Look what I did. Or bragging about what they did. There's nothing wrong with doing it so that more people can pick up on doing what's right, but not to be doing something to be exalted by man, glorified by man. Who cares? That's why I go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. So you can get away with nothing. See that? Most High said his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Woo. Beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. I mean, he know our thoughts. He consider the way we think, whether or not we are right or wrong. You see? Get Luke 11 and 35. Luke 11 and 35. St. Luke 11:35. Take heed. Here we go again. Take heed. Therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. See, we got to watch out. You got to make sure that that light that's within you be not darkness. See, if you shine it bright with the light, then you don't want to become a person in darkness. You know, darkness being here is hip talk. You got the light, it's light. You turn the light off, you in what? Darkness. See, he got to bring it to us like that because of how we think and how he know how we are. Remember, the Most High knows our minds. And he said in 1 Corinthians 1:22, for the Jews require a sign. See? So that's why he got to bring it to us in a carnal form so that you can understand it. It says, take heed, therefore, that the light which is in you be not darkness. That's why he told us, Go to Baruch 4 and 1 in the Apocrypha. The light that's in you don't become darkness. So I said, Baruch 4 and 1, it says, this is the this is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endureth forever. So it's talking about the laws of the Most High that he gave to we, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. All they that keep it shall come to life. You keep the laws, you won't come to everlasting life. But for all you that say we ain't under the law, such as leave it, doing whatever you want to do, following your own vain opinion, shall die. And that death is being thrown in the lake of fire, where the worms never die and the fires never quench. Listen, turn thee, O Jacob. Jacob is our forefather, the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Take hold of it. Take hold of the Most High's laws that he gave us. Walk in the presence of the light thereof. So to walk in the presence of the light thereof, meaning you're not going to be in darkness by not following his laws, statutes, commandments. So you that don't follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, you are in darkness. That's why it says, walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. See? If you illuminated, you definitely not in no darkness. You're going to be shining bright with the light. So I say, walk in the presence of the laws that the Most High gave us, that you may be illuminated. People say, like, wow, man, it's like a halo or like a glow with you. You're like glowing. You just notice, you just yourself. But you're doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High. Go back to Luke 11:35. It said, take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Say, take heed that the light that's in us, we following the ways of the Most High, his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations, that's within us, be not darkness. You don't falter and start to sin. That's how it becomes darkness. It says, if thy whole body, therefore, be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle does give thee light. See? If you follow the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High every day, 24/7, finding out what's right from wrong and doing what's right, you're going to shine bright like the light. Like the light that's on the candlestick. You see? That's what he give you analysis of. We require science, and we say, what? Like a light that's on the candlestick. As long as it's shining bright, hey, you got light. You put it out, you in darkness. When it goes out on its own, you in darkness. That's why he said, hey, either you keeping the commandments of the Most High, or you wicked and evil, and you are not following the Most High's rules and regulations. Point blank. Either you are or you're not. Either you accept it or you don't accept it. Then you want people to feel sorry for you when you start jacking your butt up. He just said, woe, mean destruction to you. That's what he's saying. That's what the Most High said. And he can bring it, believe that, because Exodus 15:3 said, oh, he's a man of war. The Most High is a man of war. The Most High is his name. You see, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. He is a consuming fire. What you do in war? You strategize how you're going to kill somebody. They don't go to war to love nobody. Soldiers go to war to kill. They train to kill. Most High is a man of war. So his strategy is just say, whoa, he'll destroy you. Like I wish I say, you better go to Luke 12:4. Right here. Wow, the Spirit. Luke 12:4. Wow. And I said to you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they could do. So don't be afraid of them that kill the body, and after that, they have no more that they could do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear, whom you should be afraid of. Fear means to be afraid, to be scared of. Fear him, which after he have killed, but the Most High said, I killed and make alive. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Fear him, which after he have killed, have power to cast into hell. Yeah, I say unto you, fear him. So say, hey, but see, you talking to churches, you're supposed to fear the Most High. God is love. He is love. But he just, Mashiach Rashai, who is his only begotten Son, is telling you, he's the one that's professing the Most High to us. Now, in the past, the present, and the future. Because he's going to say, have 1,000 years to show us other Father. They ain't just started. He said, look, come on. Hebrews, the first chapter and the second verse. Hath in these last days, when the last days, spoken to us by his Son, who is the Mashiach Yahushua, whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. So he's speaking to us by his Son. That's why he said, I will send the Comforter, even the Spirit of truth. So I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you. Simple as, I mean, that's those that's in the light. Those in the darkness might not understand that. But that's what he said. And the Most High is verifying that he's speaking to us by his Son in these last days. Proverbs 28 and 26. Proverbs 28 and 26. Proverbs 28 and 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. See, you trust in your own mind, you a fool. That's why you better know the scriptures. What do you think? Mashiach coming back to judge you by the way you think, how you done created your own power in your own mind, and it's not according to thus said the Most High? That's why I say, he that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. But whoso walketh wisely with the wisdom of the Most High, through his words, he shall be delivered. See? He will be delivered. And hopefully that's what you want, to be delivered. So you can't be really like you say you know, if you know anything about me, I would say that spiritually, I want to show things that works, that have worked, that will work, and it's going to work, so that our names can be written in the book of life. That's why it's about the law of the Spirit. Spiritually understanding what's going to work for us in the times that, you know, we have went through, and those that have listened before I even started this lesson on a lot of things that we talked about before this, so that we can be in order and our names should be written in the book of life. No more, no less. Because you have those that are not really understanding spiritually how important it is to take advantage of what it is that's been given to you. Whereas, all praise to the Most High, who is Spirit, to show mysteries that the few that really care about seeing our people make it to the kingdom, most of the time you're listening to someone that's teaching, whether it's street teaching, most of the time they're already there. While people listening don't know, they don't even think about eternal life. They don't even think about making it to the kingdom. If I just go into destruction of America, destruction of all nations, they're gonna be our slaves. That and the third. I mean, you hear it, but how you gonna get there? It is true from the Bible, but how you gonna get there? You gotta learn the law of the Spirit. Keep the commandments of the Most High, with faith to the Mashiach, fear the Most High, crying to the Most High. All this is important during these last days. But what's written in this Bible is what come against us. Be watchful. Be circumspect. I mean, you got to be all in tune with the doctrine, especially you that are really listening and trying to get this. Because there comes a time when you're not going to be able to take advantage of what you're able to take advantage of now and not taking advantage of. So it behooves you to study these precepts and watch and change, become a new creature. Be born again and pay attention to details. So be diligent. Let your mind be diligent in the doctrine. This is not hard. It's not hard. But you hear him all night saying, take heed. Take heed. Pay attention. Be attentive to what's being said. And we're not finished. We have a lot to go over. So hopefully, this adds to a little bit more edification to you, that you can be able to continue in the word of the Most High and go over this and prepare ourselves for the kingdom of the Most High, as we prepare ourselves for the kingdom of the Mashiach Yahushua for 1,000 years. And hopefully the Most High will we be worthy to be written in this book of life, the Lamb's book of life. If not, then you're going to be cast into the lake of fire. That's a choice we got, life or death. So it's very important to pay attention to what's been said. And it's not hard. Come back to the Most High before it's too late. And with that, I say shalom.